Hello, and welcome to this edition of Panther News Nation. I'm McKenna Kibbe.
And I'm Cassie Kelly. Here's what's happening around Principia this week. Do you realize that every time you throw a butter wrapper or a styrofoam ice cream cup in the composting bin, you create needless work for our Sage employees? Sully Grant and Andrew Morse talked to Sage Dining about the issue.
So we have 2 yellow compost bins out in the dining room, and that's where students and adults alike compost. And if somebody throws something in there that isn't supposed to be in there, such as butter wrappers or cheese stick wrappers or an inadvertent piece of silverware, that can't be composted, so we need to dig that out. We also then dump it into another compost container that actually, they live downstairs behind the elevator, and that's where the company comes. So we are transferring it from that container to another larger container when we dump it out. If we see something else in there, then we are digging or fishing those items out as well.
Please help out Sage Dining crew and pay attention to what you're composting.
This week on Magnifying the Good, we turn our focus to Principia's tennis team. Last week, they helped out with an organization called Together We Rise. Here's Hannah Geis with more.
A fundraiser for Together We Rise, which helps foster kids, and we prepare little sweet cases for them with pillows and blankets and toiletries and teddy bears. It just felt really good to help the kids and come together as a community and do something nice. We raised $1,600.
Way to go, tennis.
If you're a hockey or Hunter McCown fan, join EMAC and friends this weekend to attend one of his games. EMAC is offering rides to either Friday or Saturday's games. They'll leave around 3 to 4 p.m. and will return around midnight. The cost is $5 for the hockey ticket, and bring your own money for dinner. See EMAC if you have any questions. And meet the teachers this week. Let's get to know Miss Hammond and Miss Mansky.
I'm the coach for the cheerleaders.
I am the librarian.
5 weeks.
This is my 18th year.
The cheerleaders' enthusiasm. A lot of times it surpasses their skill level, but they're so anxious and eager to learn. We're getting up every morning at 5:30 because it's the only time they can make practices because they're all very dedicated to their other sports.
I love matching up people with books, finding what they'd like to read, and then finding the perfect book for them.
Don't worry so much about what you can do physically. What sets you apart is your mental attitude.
When you have big projects, break it down into bite-sized chunks so you can just chip away at the project and it doesn't get overwhelming.
And that I'm spending more time thinking about cheer and looking at cheer pictures and coming up with ideas for cheer, that it's consuming me. When I'm not doing anything else, that's what I'm doing.
I've been binging on the TV series This Is Us, so I've really been enjoying it.
High school. Pegged jeans and sleeveless mock turtlenecks.
I would say it was the preppy, pink and green and topsiders, yes.
Next week, look forward to getting to know EMAC and Mr. Wade a little better. Here's a sneak peek.
Yeah, Sam is curious. He does tons of stuff. He's gone spelunking and digging for gold, and he made a little book one time. Oh, I used to have it.
Yeah, it did.
It's Sam's list of firsts.
Yeah.
All the things he did that was the first time you ever did that.
Yeah.
And the first time you read Exodus.
Yeah. Oof.
You learned a lot of firsts.
There are some stories in Exodus. Yeah.
And that's our look at what's happening around Principia.
Make it a great week.